Hey everybody, GravyTrain here. Another episode, GravyTraining. So, I spent a bunch of time off camera waiting for things to fill up here. I went and harvested a bunch of fuel, redid the biofuel setup over here, so now there's a separate feeder for leaves and wood. And then that all feeds in and comes over here. I had to fix a little bit of the wiring, added a little bit of backstock for stone, and yeah, just generally made some real basic upgrades and things like that. So, we are going to send the first batch of space stuff to space. Sealing the crate. Sending to space. Whee! And off it goes to space. Hopefully nobody presses every button for every floor on the way up, otherwise it's going to take a while. Alright. So now it wants motors and modular frames. Well, I have the stuff for modular frames, I don't have the stuff for motors. We may need to check out our automation at that point, although there are inputs on the other side too. So we might just set up over there. Now that should have opened up, it did open up Tier 3 and Tier 4. So Logistics Mark II is faster. Stackable conveyor poles, that is nice. Rebar gun. Huh. So we actually would have a ranged thingamabobber. Coal power. That'll be our shuttle coming back. So it's a tractor. Ooh, so we can set up truck stations. And it'll allow us to ping for coal, do coal generation, and all of that stuff. So, that's too bright. Anywho, so there's that stuff, and then Tier 4 has steel production, which gives us a miner Mark II. So it's faster. Foundry can make alloys like steel, steel pipes. Not sure what pipes are used for. Maybe modular frames, motors. So that'll be what we need to craft the higher stuff up there. Improved melee combat. Well, we got a Xeno Basher. I could actually make that. Let's do that one. So we can drop 100 of those. We can... That's wire. That's 500. I can easily get the other 1,000 for that. That's rotors. I should be able to make 4 rotors. Let me just go. Well, I can make more screws. I think I needed. I'll make 50 just in case. Actually, I'm sure I have a ton, so I'll make 40. If I need more, I can grab them. Why not have a Xeno basher? Bash us some Xenos. Alright. Oh, it was 25. I made way too many. Alright. So I need 1,000 more wire, 100 more cable, and 10 cubes, which should be in. I have 1. Because I disconnected the feed. Reinforced plates. Oh, huh. I'm on standby. Alright, so that will be producing more of those. And I need wire, which is over here. Grab another 200, 300 of that. This is probably, what, out of fuel? What is the issue here? Where is this power? It's all up here. Yep, out of fuel. That should get us back going there. The problem is, doesn't really give you a lot of notice. You can't feed these, although you can feed coal generators. So we will have to try to get to that fairly quickly. So that should be coming around. 5 of those, we just need 5 more. Modular frames. Just need a few more of those. Tons of rotors. Yeah, rotors, motors. All that good stuff. And that has come back down. So it'll be a while before we do that, so that's fine. Just need, after this one, uno más. 1 more. Yeah, there it comes. So, with this in play now, I can go finish. Oh, I actually had 11. And drop this and this and this. And we'll have improved melee combat, which means I can probably fight those bigger things.
R&D inflated your pocket dimension and have provided an improved Xenozapper with increased strength and range.
Nice. So, for that, I don't want to craft another one. Let's check on fuel. Let's take this. Let's go check on the fuel levels of the generators over here. And so far it looks like they're still running. I guess it's only 1 over here. And it is not nearly so taxed, because I'm doing all the processing elsewhere. Alright, and do I have anything in this one? that. Xeno Basher. Huh. I need 2 Xeno Zappers, which means I need 2 of these. And I have to get rid of the 1 out of my inventory. And Xeno Zapper, Xeno Basher. So I need 4 more modular frames. Which means I need 12 more of those. And then we can have our whacker. Oh, helps if I actually make frames. Heh. Well, that's more impressive. Alright, let's let the factory run a little bit. I know where I can find bigger stuff. So there's some coal. We might as well grab that since we're going to need it. That has a satisfying sound when it opens. So this should make killing those normal things quite a bit faster. It should make killing the shooty ones easier. And I should actually be able to kill the bigger ones then. Let's go into the valley. Well, that was definitely easier. Alright, so there's a slug up there. We might as well grab that. So I can use more slugs. Oh, that's a bunch of these. So that was most unprecedented, Rufus. Was definitely not expecting to be mauled by like 4 of them that were protecting what? Do I have any healing on me? Of course I don't. That would be too easy. Now I have to be careful because I don't want to have to run back here to get to my body. Crap down there. Interesting. Alright, looks like there will be fruit and healing stuff down there. So, let's head down there. And there's some right away. Really wish they let you hotkey these. Right, there is another. That was easier. Okay. What that stuff is. Assuming it's some sort of land-based coral. I don't want to go too far. Alright, so we're definitely down in the valley. Pretty good down here. That is more toxic stuff. Okay. So this is the first time I'm seeing any of this stuff, so I am a little bit taking things in, looking around cautiously. Seeing if there's anything interesting and worthwhile. I really wish I knew how big these planets were, too. Like if we were kind of just caught within this valley, or if we would eventually be able to get off of there. There's small, that's copper there. These guys are a pain in the ass. Buddy's dead. So that's a bunch of copper down here. 1, 2, 3 copper veins. So one of those obnoxious guys. That'll be where I need the rebar gun. Shit. Jerk. Alright, we're gonna head home before things get worse. The Xeno Basher is nice. Like to bash me some Xenos. Too long of a run to get back. Eventually there's vehicles and such, so... Well, I guess technically I have the trucks. Oh, I was gonna say that's the Space Needle. Okay. I'll get a little bit of health here. So let me know if any of you guys have this game, if it is a game that's interesting to you. I've got a lot of days kind of banked up, although as of this recording, this is episode 7. I enjoy this game a lot, so I like making the videos about it. But, yeah, I do want to focus on content that you guys are actually going to appreciate. So I know there was some people commenting that they do like this game, etc. So hopefully there's enough interest to make it worthwhile. I mean, some of these, honestly, I could probably just make them because I like them, and if nobody watches them, so be it. But this will hopefully also draw in new viewership, as the Dungeon Boss community is absolutely great. You guys are awesome to me, but it is a limited size anymore. So might be able to draw some extra people. Alright, so I can make one more power shard. Let's throw our biomass into the appropriate receptacles. Not too much wood there. Alright. Take that. So I need to craft another one of these small ones. I don't know if this is what feeds it. My other one doesn't seem to be working, is the problem. I'm supposed to be able to put stuff in this, and then I should be able to interact with it, like leave stuff like this in there, and it should automatically feed as I'm building. So let's see, let's put the rest of that away in here. Let's see if that's actually true. I don't want the fuel in there. I want this, this, this. And actually, I probably want to pull this out. I'm wondering if I can research this. No, apparently not. Alien organs. Can I drag it in here? Alright, well, for now, we will leave it in here and see what happens. Okay. I'll put this in there, that's the coal. The little Brazil nut things. Alright. So jump pads, I'm not too worried about. It allows you to kind of leap big heights, but whatever. I think our next milestone needs to be coal. So, this shouldn't be too bad to get. Only 7 of those frames after all that time? That seems suspicious. Yeah, well, it's not lacking any materials or anything. I don't know. So we have a lot of wire or cable. So if I can disable this for a little bit, unless I start needing a whole bunch of that, means I can get more wire, which can always be turned into cable. But I think this is a better use of energy. This one's got, I mean, they're both filling up pretty rapidly with cable. I am going to grab a few of these. Also going to grab some of these. And a few of these. Okay. Are these getting... They are not. Alright, I need to be splitting these off. Where is the best place to do that? So let's get a splitter. That into that side. That into there. And let's set up some storage for some of these, so that we can start getting a surplus of rotors. Because while they're waiting and they're backlogged, all of these will just go in here and we can make use of those. Alright. So, do we have, other than some walkways, I could... Need to snap to a foundation. Okay. So, for now, not worried about doing that. Lookout tower. Stairs, ramps. Logistics, power. Production, alright. 14 of those, 200 of those, 500 of those, and I still need 25 of these. And there's 25 of these. So that will get me coal power, which will let me ping for coal. I can start establishing a coal mining area and progress further. And I can do trucks because I think I'm going to end up being fairly remote. I do have that. So the trucks should allow me to move stuff between the truck stations much more efficiently.
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. An increased focus on the explore and exploit pillar is recommended. Coal is 125% more efficient than biomass and can be automated.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is that I can start pushing coal generators, which probably produce more power. Send or receive resources to vehicles. 120 stacks per minute to and from docked vehicle. Always refuels vehicles if it has access to a matching fuel type. So that tells me that there are more fuel types available. I think that we have access to all the available technologies right now, though. So I'm not sure if there will be more of those. Nothing really new in the way of that. And this is all stuff that I had, just haven't looked at. Foundations, logistics, power. So now we got the coal generator, which is actually not hard to build. $50 megawatts, 20 megawatts. Yeah, so that would change quite a bit. So I should be able to ping for coal. I need to find... and no other buildings there. What should we be looking for here? Just fast. I mean, the stackable conveyor belts are actually kind of cool. As you can run, it looks like 3 tiers of conveyor belt. So that is interesting. The rebar gun, I might need to go for, so that I can kill those other things a lot easier. Logistics Mark III. So storage container, large amount of items. Input output. So Logistics Mark II. But I actually get Mark III without Mark II? Requires steel, although it does only require a few motors, and I actually do have, I don't think I have 50. Container Mark II. Oh no, there are at least 2 more tiers of stuff that I have not unlocked yet. So that will be interesting. I'm going to go for the rebar gun. Because I have never had... I do remember I did actually fill up one of the space elevator once, and I launched it in a previous playthrough. Why? Oh, is it because the pod hasn't come back? That should be fine, but I am actually going to, well, that's not accumulating extra biomass. Okay. Alright, so we should be able to ping for coal. So what I'm doing here to change the selector is holding C. .600 meters. 2 or 1.2 kilometers. Let's look for 600 meters. What's the time? We will do an adventure for coal next episode. Because what I'll probably do is take enough stuff to actually set up. Let's plan that out. So we're going to need a miner. We'll add that to our to-do list. We're going to need I'm gonna say definitely gonna need power. So let's actually set up coal generator. We're going to need lots. Well, so the conveyor belt, not as worried about. We will need a splitter. Foundations, not a big deal. We will need probably 2 to 3 containers. And we're fine there. The truck station for now. We'll end up using the truck station to send stuff back and forth. So we won't need a huge conveyor network, depending on how far away the stuff is. I have no idea how efficient the trucks are going to be. So let's make sure that we have all of this stuff. We'll need at least 1 portable miner. Modular frame. Alright. So I am actually going to need one of these equipment workshops. We'll just set it up over here. A portable miner. That's one of those. Iron rods, I've got plenty. So concrete and modular frames is all that I'm going to need. Both of those are easy to get. Where? Oh, this is probably out of power. Fortunately, I have the power, or I have the fuel for the power. There's my research. So I'm going to have plenty of that. Modular frames. Are here. I think I have, oops, 472. Iron plates, cables. Yep. I should have everything that I need. Okay, so we'll be cut this episode a couple of minutes early. Next episode, like I said, we will go hunting for the coal mine, and we will set up some automation around it. And depending on how far we get with that, we might start with conveyor lines, but we will definitely start steering towards trucks. Let's get all that stuff together. Yes, we already have that. Yeah, so we'll start working on trucks and see where we can go from there. So thanks everybody for watching. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I really looking forward to feedback. I'm doing a bunch of these episodes in advance though, so some of the feedback and ideas I may not get. Like, this is episode 7. The only one that's out as of this moment is episode 1. Episode 2 will be out tomorrow, so there's definitely some catch up, but I would definitely be curious to see what you guys think. I enjoyed this game a lot. I think in the future we will be able to do some community stuff with it. It's an early access game, so you can kind of get on the ground floor of it. And yeah, I mean, I think so far it's a very solid game, very little bugs, no complaints really at all. So anyhow, thanks everybody. You guys have yourself a wonderful day.